Welcome back to the deep dive. Today, we're tackling something that sounds, well, frankly, a bit nuts. Seriously, picture this. What's the one thing you chop in the kitchen that makes you weep uncontrollably? You know the one.
Has to be the onion, right? The humble yet incredibly dramatic onion.
Exactly, because today we're diving into this kind of bizarre idea that people are rubbing onion juice on their heads for hair growth.
Yeah,
It sounds totally counterintuitive, maybe even a bit like a wives' tale.
it does.
Mm.
But what's really interesting is how many different hair issues it supposedly helps with. We're talking, alopecia, that patchy autoimmune hair loss, but also just general thinning, maybe from nutritional gaps or even scalp problems like fungus or yeast.
So it's like a Swiss Army knife for your scalp, made of onions.
Sort of, yeah. It seems surprisingly versatile.
Okay, but let's address the elephant in the room, or rather the onion in the room, the smell.
Right.
You hear onion juice on hair, and you instantly imagine like this permanent, pungent cloud following you around.
Totally understandable. And look, if you're skeptical, you should be. But the good news is it's manageable. Apparently.
Yeah, manageable how?
The key seems to be washing your hair really thoroughly afterwards, like twice. That second shampoo is apparently crucial.
Ah, the double cleanse, non-negotiable.
Yeah, exactly. So no need to smell like a walking salad bar permanently.
Okay, good to know. So our mission today is to kind of push past the tears, ignore the temporary stench, and figure out the why. What's the science behind this smelly solution?
Let's get into it.
All right, first things first. What is in an onion besides tear-inducing compounds that could possibly help hair?
Well, the first piece of the puzzle is actually related to that potent smell. It's sulfur.
Sulfur. Okay, I know it smells distinctive, but hair.
Yeah, so sulfur isn't like the thing that directly stops hair loss on its own, but it's absolutely essential for building keratin.
Keratin, that's the main protein in hair, right?
Exactly. And keratin is a sulfur-based protein. So think of it like this. If you don't have enough sulfur, your body just doesn't have the raw materials it needs to build strong, healthy hair.
Okay, so sulfur is like the bricks for the hair follicle.
Or maybe the rebar in the concrete. It's the structural component. Without enough of it, whatever hair you do grow might be weaker, more brittle.
Gotcha. Structural integrity. But okay, that feels a bit general, like a nutrient boost. It doesn't explain the autoimmune part or fighting off fungus. What's the real secret ingredient?
Ah, right. That's where the real star player comes in. It's a compound called quercetin,
Quercetin, heard of it? It's an antioxidant.
a very potent one. And onions, especially organic red onions, are packed with it. If you're going to try this, red onions are apparently the way to go.
Red onions, duly noted.
Yeah.
So tell me about quercetin. What makes it so special for hair? It has superpowers.
You could say that. Again, it has three main jobs here. First, it's a big help for autoimmune issues. Think alopecia areata.
Okay, how does it help with that? That's when the body attacks its own hair follicles. Right?
Exactly. Quercetin is a really powerful anti-inflammatory. So
Yeah.
you have these T cells, like your body's security force, mistakenly attacking the follicles. Quercetin basically steps in and tells them to, calm down. It helps suppress that specific T cell attack.
Okay, so it's like a mediator in an internal conflict. Calms the troops. Makes sense. What's superpower number 2?
It gives a growth hormone boost right at the follicle level.
Wow, really?
Yeah, it essentially signals the hair follicle to kind of wake up, get out of its resting phase, and start growing again.
Nice. A natural kickstart. And number 3, you mentioned fungus and stuff.
Right. It acts as an antimicrobial shield. It helps fight off common scalp issues, think yeast overgrowth, fungus, mold, things that can cause dandruff or irritation, and generally make it harder for hair to grow well.
So it cleans up the environment too.
Pretty much. Creates a healthier scalp overall.
Okay, triple threat. Sulfur for structure, quercetin for calming the immune system, boosting growth, and fighting microbes. That actually sounds quite compelling.
It's surprisingly comprehensive for just an onion.
All right, the science is promising. But how practical is this? Are we talking a huge, messy ordeal? Let's get into the actual recipe, the messy part.
It's actually pretty basic. You take one organic red onion,
Red one, got it.
chop it up small, toss it in a blender, whiz it into a slurry, maybe wear goggles.
Ah, yeah, I'm picturing the kitchen chaos now. Onion fumes everywhere. Okay, so you have this onion mush. Then what?
You strain it, use a cheesecloth to squeeze out all that potent liquid into a container. A squeeze bottle is probably easiest for applying it.
Right, trying to pour it from a bowl sounds like a recipe for disaster. Okay, application time. How does this work? In the shower.
Yep. Get your hair wet first. Then massage the onion liquid right into your scalp and through your hair. Give it a good couple of minutes.
Okay.
Then, and this is the commitment part, you leave it on for a while.
How long are we talking?
Minimum 30 minutes. But the recommendation for, like, best results, a full hour.
An hour. Okay. An hour of marinating in onion juice. Shower cap mandatory, I assume.
Definitely recommended. And maybe find a quiet corner of the house.
For sure. Okay. Hour's up. Then what?
Back in the shower, rinse it out really, really well, and then shampoo. Twice. Remember the double cleanse.
Crucial for de-onioning. Got it.
Mm-hmm.
How often do you have to do this delightful ritual?
Twice a week seems to be the standard advice, and you'll want to stick with it for at least, say, 4 to 6 weeks to really see results. Usually start showing around week 3 or 4.
Okay, twice a week for a month or 2. It sounds doable, if a bit weird. Which brings me to the proof, does this actually work? Is there real data behind the onion tears?
This is where it gets kind of amazing. There's clinical evidence. One study, I think it was in the Journal of Dermatology, took people with alopecia areata, split them into 2 groups. One got onion juice, the other just tap water.
Okay, the control group. Standard stuff?
Right. After only 6 weeks, get this, the onion juice group showed significant hair regrowth in 86.9% of participants.
Wait, 86.9% in 6 weeks?
86.9%, compared to only 13% in the group just using water.
13%? That's a massive difference.
It's huge. It really makes you think twice about dismissing it, doesn't it? And there was other research, too, on mice showing that quercetin itself, isolated, caused hair regeneration in all the mice they treated, so it's not just folklore.
Wow. Okay, 86.9%. That number alone almost makes the smell worth it. Almost. So if the basic onion potion is that good, can we make it even better, level it up?
Absolutely. There are a couple of ways to potentially supercharge the effects. The first one's pretty easy. Just add rosemary oil.
Rosemary oil, that comes up a lot for hair health. How does it help here?
You just add about 5 drops to your onion juice mix. Rosemary oil itself has phytonutrients, it's anti-inflammatory, and it stimulates the scalp by increasing blood flow, more circulation to the follicles.
And isn't there research on rosemary oil too? Comparing it to, like, standard treatments?
Yes. There was a trial back in 2015, a randomized one, that found rosemary oil alone was basically as effective as minoxidil, one of the main topical drugs used for alopecia.
No kidding, as effective as the drug.
That's what the study found. So combining rosemary's stimulating effect with quercetin's anti-inflammatory and growth signals, it's a pretty powerful combo.
Like a natural power couple for your scalp. Okay, easy enough. What's the next level? You mentioned something more involved.
Right. For the truly dedicated, the ones who enjoy a bit of a kitchen science project, we can talk about fermentation.
Fermenting, onion juice. Okay, now we're getting into artisanal hair care. How does that work?
It takes a bit more time. You start with your strained onion liquid, same as before, put it in a jar. Then you add about an 8-ounce cup of water, 1 teaspoon of sea salt, and about half a teaspoon of raw honey.
Salt and honey. Interesting additions.
Yep. Stir it all up really well. Then you cover the jar with something breathable, cheesecloth, or even a coffee filter secured with a rubber band. And just let it sit on your counter.
For how long?
For 72 hours. 3 days. You should start seeing tiny little bubbles forming by day 2. That's the CO2 from the microbes working.
Okay, 3 days of bubbling onion brew on the counter. Why? What does the fermentation actually do to make it better?
It does a few things. First, it enhances the quercetin, basically makes it more potent, more bioavailable. The fermentation microbes can also create additional vitamins, boosting the overall nutritional profile.
More good stuff.
Exactly. But maybe the coolest part is the pH change. Fermentation makes the liquid more acidic, usually settling around a pH of 5.
And why is acidic good for hair?
That slightly acidic pH is actually really close to the natural pH of your hair and scalp. It helps to smooth down the outer layer of the hair shaft, the cuticle. Think of it like sealing it locks in moisture, makes it shinier, less prone to damage. And it's generally soothing for the scalp itself.
Like a natural conditioner and scalp treatment built in.
Yeah.
Clever. And the application is the same. Wet hair, massage, wait an hour, rinse twice.
Exactly the same process, just potentially with a more potent brew. Still twice a week.
Okay, fermented onion juice, definitely next level. Now, before we wrap up, we should probably mention, this is all topical, right? What about internal factors?
Crucial point. Yeah, you can put great stuff on your scalp, but you need the right foundation inside too. 2 things really stand out. First, vitamin D3.
Vitamin D, always important. How critical is it for hair?
Very. Especially with autoimmune-related hair loss, There's often a strong correlation with low vitamin D levels. It plays a huge role in immune regulation.
And the advice is pretty high doses, right? Like 10,000 to 20,000 IUs daily.
Yeah, the recommendations can be quite high, reflecting how important it seems to be for modulating the immune system. Getting enough sun exposure helps too, of course, but checking your levels and supplementing if needed is key.
Good advice. And the second internal pillar.
Just overall supporting nutrition. Makes sense, right? The onion juice and quercetin can provide signals and building blocks, but your body still needs things like zinc, iron, B vitamins, protein, all the essentials to actually construct that new healthy hair. You need the materials and the catalysts.
Right. You can't build a house with just blueprints and need the
Yeah,
bricks and mortar too.
exactly.
Wow. Okay, so we went from total skepticism about a smelly onion concoction to, well, some pretty compelling science. Sulfur for structure, quercetin as this multitasking superhero, and that 86.9% regrowth number. That's hard to ignore.
It really is. It's amazing what might be hiding in everyday things.
It definitely makes you think. So the final thought we want to leave you with today is this. If something as common, as mundane as an onion can hold this kind of clinically backed power for something like hair regrowth, well, how many other potent natural remedies might we be overlooking just sitting there right in our kitchens waiting to be rediscovered? Maybe the produce aisle is more of a pharmacy than we realize.